Hi everyone, thank you for watching this new video. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about the destruction of the black woman, which I know will soon become the reconstruction of the black queen, the reconstruction of the black woman. I wanted to make a video about the black women because the image of the black women is very degraded, is very over-sexualized, and I think it is time for the black woman to remember who she really is and to gain back her power. And to do that, it's very important to know how was treated the black women before slavery and colonization, and how was the relationship between the black men and the black women, and how was treated the black women in her home and in the society. So in ancient Africa and medieval Africa, the black woman was seen as the goddess because she was the one who gave birth and she was the mother and the wife, a sister. So she was highly respected and she was very important in the society and in the family. So before Africa was invaded and its culture totally transformed, the black woman was seen as complementary of the black man. She was basically the personification of beauty and wisdom. And this is this divine union between the black man and the black woman which created the representation of Isis, breastfeeding Horus, in the civilization of Kemet. And this image was later stolen by the Christianity with Mary and Jesus. Centuries ago, the black woman was totally free. She was totally free to do any kind of work. Some women were queens, queens warrior like Nzinga in actual Angola and Congo. A lot of women were also pharaohs like Hatshepsut. We also know famous female warriors like the Amazon in actual Benin Republic, or the Ashanti in Ghana, and she had the same treatment as the black men. In the African societies, the black man was not superior of the black women, but they were complementary, and the black woman never had to prove to the society or to the black man that she was able to do any kind of work, that she was able to do any kind of things, but she was the core of the family. She was the core of the society. So she didn't have to prove anything to anyone. The societies were very, very different than the one today in Africa or in the West world. The first civilizations which were born in Africa were matriarchal civilizations. And it was through the mother that civilization was transmitted. Before slavery and colonization, the matriarchy was the core of the social organization. It was the black woman who discovered agriculture, and this is why she became the core and the center of the family and the society. She was the one who maintained the home. She was the one who maintained the home in order and who managed the family property. She was also the one who transmitted the heritage. Matriarchy slowly started to disappear with the spread of Islam and was replaced with the patriarchal society. The image of the black woman slowly started to change during the invasion. And with the invasion, she became a sexual slave, a servant, and a merchandise. It started with the Arabs. This image started to spread all over the world with the slave trade by the whites. The status of the black woman changed tragically during these centuries. The way the black men started to see the black woman, the way the black woman started to see of herself, and the way the rest of the world started to see the black woman changed a lot during these centuries. Because it was not only in Africa that the black woman was highly respected, but all over the world. What started with the invasion of the Arabs just continued with the invasion of the white people with the slave trade. During slavery by the white people, the black woman was either seen like a sexual object who would only reproduce new slaves, or she was seen like the mammy. Like the mammy is the stereotype of the very nice and very naive, too naive, well-figured black woman who was a slave, who would breastfeed the white children, and she was even almost seen like a mother, like a real mother for the white children. That's why she was called the mammy, because it's closer to the mother than a nanny. These two stereotypes, very negative, were very well perpetuated by the media and especially Hollywood. The image of the mummy was created during the 19th century and popularized during the 20th with the movie Gone with the Wind and the character of Hattie McDaniel, which portrayed a black woman house slave. This image of the mummy, the stereotypes were then used by many brands in the US to advertise products. If we want to make a psychological analysis, maybe we can see an unconscious relationship between the white men who are the direct descendants of the first albinos who were rejected by their black mother and populated the west of the world 20,000 years ago, trying to recreate a relationship and a maternal figure with the black women. Maybe we can see that like that. So now the image of the Jezebel, the image of the novo-sexualized black woman. The Jezebel is a very seductive, lewd, and tempting woman. This is a kind of stereotype that was created to destroy the black woman and indirectly or directly, I don't know, destroy the black family. The image of the mummy is not really used today, but the image of the Jezebel and the over-sexualized black woman has been spread all over the world and all over the media. You can see it in movies, in TV shows, even with pageants recently. I think it was in 2019, yeah, 2019 or 2018. Like all of the pageant competition were won by black women. Miss Universe was a black woman. I think Miss America was a black woman. Miss France was a black woman. And Miss South Africa, I think, was also a black woman. And we can see everywhere black women almost half naked, wear with swimsuit, and be proud of themselves because they were accepted by the white society for being beautiful and for having beautiful bodies, which, if you can see really deeply, is not a flattering image, but a very degrading image. And I'm not even talking about singers and actresses that Hollywood puts forward, like Rihanna and Beyonce and many, many more, or the character of Olivia Pope played by Kerry Washington, I think, in the show Scandal, in which you can see that she portrays a very highly successful black woman who worked with the President of the United States at the White House. And when you first look at that, you can see that, oh yes, she can be a role model for black women because she has made it. And when you see her, you just think, oh my God, I wish I could be as successful as she is. But if you go deeply, you can see that first of all she sleeps with a married man. She's not even married herself. She doesn't have a family life. And on top of that, even though it's not said directly, but in the show she's always WHORE. I cannot say the word because of YouTube rights, but she's a WHORE, maybe a very well respected one, but she is. This is how she's depicted in the show. So not only we as black women we have to face these very negative stereotypes, but on top of that we also have to face almost on a daily basis attacks on her hair, attacks on her nappy hair or kinky hair, even though the nappy movement for the past decades has freed us, many of us, from wigs and weave-on. Still, kinky hair is not respected, is not accepted everywhere. Many women are still ashamed of their natural hair. Many women cannot go to work with their natural hair because they know that they will not be respected, because they know it's not accepted. Many of us, even when we go to the workplace with our natural hair, we still need to fight. We still have to fight to be respected as human beings. We are almost treated like having kinky hair is a disease. And sometimes people just call you crazy because you have an afro, on your head. But all of these attacks are agendas. They are agendas to destroy the black family because destroying the black woman is destroying the black family. And now the most recent agenda I can think of is the agenda of lesbianism within the black community. Like lesbianism among black women has been put forward very, very strongly by the white society, knowing that more and more black women have difficulties to find a husband, and the only way for her to find love or affection is to go with a black woman or another woman. I can think of movies like Rafiki or She's Gotta Have It. So I think to regain a crown and to regain respect and dignity, we as black women, we must to learn to love ourselves, to respect ourselves. We must learn to love our body, to love our hair, and we must remember who we really are as black women, who we really are as black queen. We must to remember that we are the source of humanity, that the first human beings were born because of black women. All human beings came from the womb of a black woman, and the black woman has to remember that. We are the mother of humanity, and we are example for black girls, but not only black girls, but for all women in general. On top of that, we also have to stop being materialistic, to be futile, and to stop competing with each other. We are the core of the black community and humanity. We have to find our place and to regain our crown. And we also, as black women, we need to stop being gold digger and stop looking for the rich man, the richest man, and stop looking, but start to see black men for who he really is. Start to seek for a husband, a father, for someone who can build a home, for someone who can build a family, rather than someone who will be able to pay for your next haircut, for your next bag, or for your next outfit. Each black woman needs to find into herself the potential that she has to turn the black man into the king he's meant to be. So this was my message for every black woman who will watch this video. I think this is very important that black women regain her power to rebuild the black family and to rebuild a strong black community. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time.